Hello guys. All right, so wait for just a few more minutes and I'm gonna go ahead and post the link to shop and then also the link to message me right here, pin in the comments. So like I said, this is where you can see both of those links. One, to shop the makeup I'm gonna use, and two, the link to be able to message me if you guys need any help with anything. But we'll get everything out. Say hello. Let me know what you guys are up to this weekend. If you guys have any fun plans. We are going to go to the movies tonight. We have not been to the movies since probably last year because everything closed down. I think the last movie we saw in theaters was Frozen 2, which is so funny. So very excited too. It's funny because when I was younger, before I loved and knew how to do makeup, people would always ask me like what I loved, what my hobby was, and I did never know what to say, except I love going to the movies. So fun fact about me, I love going to the movies. Before I was married, I would literally go a couple times a week by myself, and then even when we got married, he didn't want to go to the movies as much as I did, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna go by myself. He's like, really? You do that? And I love going to the movies, even by myself. So we're gonna go tonight. I think we're gonna go see that Angelina Jolie one. Let me know if you guys have seen that. I think it's called Those Who Want Me Dead, I think. I think that's what it's called. So hopefully it's good. It looks very intense. Yes, popcorn with lots of butter, and then my favorite thing are those cookie dough covered in chocolate. So I like putting the cookie dough covered in chocolate in with the popcorn, so you get like the chocolatey saltiness. My favorite. And I don't like to share. Like if you want some, get your own during the movies. And don't talk to me during the previews. Also, another fun fact about myself, my favorite part of going to the movies, the previews. I could literally watch 3 hours of previews. I don't know why, but I love it. You love the movies too? I know, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm like very excited. Although it's kind of lame because there's not that many like good movies out right now. I feel like a lot of them are waiting for the fall. I was reading that all of like the summer ones, like the new Top Gun with Miles Teller, love that actor. It was supposed to come out this month and now it's not coming out until November, which is lame. But very excited just to go. So yeah, awesome. All right, so enough chit chat. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on my makeup. I have a really fun live planned with Fancy today at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Super excited for that because they're gonna be giving away stuff for free for you guys. So make sure to tune in around 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. They're gonna be choosing winners while I'm live. And Fancy, if you're like, I don't know what that is the company that I do all of my mirrors from, my facial brush from, my little cute scrunchies that I put in my hair. All of that is from Fancy. And my discount code with them is Raya15 too. But I'm going to show you guys my favorite products. They have so many good ones, so I'm going to help you kind of decide which ones to grab. Love the ring. I made a finger. Thank you. So your theaters have lifted COVID restrictions. They have. Yes, they are officially open. Hallelujah. I don't know I know you have to select your seats, which I'm all for that. There's a couple things that COVID has brought about, and that is one of them that I hope stays. I like that option to select our seats because I feel like you get in there sometimes and you're like, oh man, only the crappy seats. I'd rather know that the crappy seats are there before I walk into the theater. So I like that. All right, I'm putting on the Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace for my coverage today. I just like how fast and easy it is. It's just easy peasy. For the brush that I used is called the Powder Concealer Brush. It has two ends. I never really use this end, but you can use it for eyeshadow. You can use it for contouring. You can use it for concealer, but I love that brush. And now I'm going to go in with the blending bud. What time is that Eastern time? 3? Wait, 1, 2, 3. I think 3. I'm bad at that too. You can Google it though. It is 11 o'clock here right now, if that helps. So how about this? In 2 hours, I'll be live with Fancy here on Facebook. How about that? I have the Zora. Oh my gosh, I love the Zora. I think that out of all of them, actually I won't spoil it. I'm not gonna. Zip. You have to watch. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. Okay. All right. Well, good evening. All right. So I'm just using this to blend this all out. So this is going to be my favorite way to apply the foundation to be super, super smooth. So just blend, blend, blend. It's 2 o'clock where you are. It's 4 p.m. where you are. Isn't that a trip? Time frame. Or time zones, man. Such a trip. We're going to Chicago soon. And the kids have never actually traveled to another time zone. So I'm very curious to see how that's gonna go. I'm sure it'll be fine, but my kids are pretty easy. But it's gonna be funny because they're gonna be like, it's what time? It's 2 o'clock. Oh, okay, cool. 3 hours difference on the East Coast. All right, all right. All right, so that was the Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace that we put on all over. And then now I'm gonna go in with my Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza. You guys know my love and passion for this concealer. It is my favorite concealer in the whole world. It has caffeine infused in it, so it gives you like an instant little eye lift. It is phenomenal. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply with my smaller blending bud. So did you notice how I took it down? I didn't take it right underneath the eye. So this is something new that I've been doing that I've been really liking. Preventing the concealer from sitting right underneath my eye. I want to have the ability to blend it out myself underneath that section. So I'll go ahead and blend, blend, blend down and then up and then around the eye. So this is going to help to prevent a lot of product from sitting on our under eye fine lines. So that's another option for you if you have heavy set under eye. So I show you guys all the time different ways to apply your concealer for different eye shapes, different under eye textures. So doing that like V shape is going to like prolong. It's going to elongate your under eye and really give you that like bright appearance. This is going to be the best option if you have really heavy set under eyes. Now, if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, you'll want to do it the other way that I've showed you guys, which is just like the little line here, and then blend in. Now, if you have both heavy set under eyes and fine lines and wrinkles on your under eyes, apply it how I did. About, what is that, like an inch beneath your eye in that triangle, and then blend up and down. Try that. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so now for setting, I'm going to do the Touchable Hold Translucent Setting Powder. I always pop the cap off mine so I could use it in a technique called baking. I'm going to spritz it with my setting spray, and we're going to use this to blend in. So like I always tell you guys, if you need any help picking out your products, if you need help being color matched, meaning if you're not sure what color foundation you are, concealer, bronzer, anything that you need help with, if you're like, gosh, I don't know what to get, just click this little link right here where it says to message me, and that will start a message between just you and I. So send me a selfie facing a window, and I'll give you a full recommendation on what products to use. So make sure to message me if you guys need any help whatsoever. So again, I wrote the link to be able to message me. All you have to do is click it, and it will start the message between us above and below here. Even if you want to wait until the tutorial is over, you can always come back, watch it on the replay, and or click that button too. Sorry, choking on my own spit. So I'm going to go ahead and use a fan brush now to sweep this away. The fan brush is a really good brush to have if you don't have this one already. One, you can use it for sweeping away the setting powder if you're using it in a baking technique. Two, you can use it for highlighting. It's technically what this brush is for highlighting. If you're applying it just like this, and it applies it very softly and evenly. So if you're applying your highlight and you feel like it looks a little intense, try using the fan brush, which again, all the tools I've used so far, the powder concealer brush for foundation, the fan brush for setting powder and highlight, the blending buds for foundation and concealer, all of these are on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Underneath tools, the little sponges are under sponges and applicators, but cannot recommend the brushes enough. They seriously last forever. They are the best quality ever. Okay, so now for pressed powder, we're going to do the pressed powder in the shade Taffeta over top, and this is going to give us not only a very soft full coverage, but it's also incredibly soft and silky. It has shea butter and vitamin E infused in it, so it's going to be extremely hydrating for your skin. If you are the type of person that has dry patches or just dry skin in general and you feel like you can't use a pressed powder, you can use this one. It is so incredibly silky soft. I do recommend the powder concealer brush. I do recommend a kabuki brush like this, or if you're on the Unique website, you can use theirs, which is right here. It's very similar to mine, it's just a little bit smaller. So if you're not using as much pressed powder as I am, or you just want to use it to set particular areas, you can do that too with that brush. So highly recommend to make sure to set everywhere. Not only is this going to keep the makeup in place, but it's just going to give you an even, soft, really great full coverage appearance. So cannot recommend to do that enough. Now for bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Beachfront Bronzer in the shade Hermosa with the tapered blusher brush. This brush is going to be super important to get because it's the perfect amount of tapered, the perfect amount of fluff for achieving the perfect contour. So how to contour, it doesn't need to be scary. It doesn't need to be hard. You're going to start from the top of the ear and you're going to work to the corner of the mouth. Now you want to go right underneath your cheekbone. So if you don't know where that is, you can either make a fishy face or you can feel around for like your cheekbone. Everyone's face shape is different, so kind of go off of your own face shape for this. Now you're going to hold it vertically like this. Again, start from that top of the ear and work to the corner of the mouth, and then you're just going to swipe back and forth, and you want to stop like 2 finger lengths away from your mouth and 2 finger lengths away from the bottom of your jaw. Okay, so it sits right in this area. Once you start to see a line or see the product, stop, and then turn your brush and swirl over that area, and that's going to blend it out like this, so it's going to look softer on your skin. Now to contour around your jawline, it's kind of a similar idea. Bottom of the ear towards where you stopped where your contour is. So just this little area. Now if you have a double chin or if you have areas that you're wanting to hide it there, you can just swish under that area. For your forehead, very important step. This is going to really make your whole makeup look match. You're going to take your brush and you're going to kind of pop it on the temples of your forehead, and then you're going to swirl downwards towards your eyes. I don't like to go beneath my eyebrows, but that's just my personal preference. Just like that. Avoiding the center of your face. Contouring your nose, super duper easy. Tap, tap, tap if you want to lessen the product. Squeeze your brush. Again, this is called the tapered blusher brush, and I'm using the Beachfront Bronzer, this guy, in the shade Hermosa, and it is the absolute best contour powder bronzer that you'll ever find. It's so good. All right, so there I've done one side of my face. Click that little thumbs up if you see the difference between contouring versus not. See how this side looks a little bland? This side, my cheek structure looks tighter, higher up. My under eye looks brighter, tighter, more youthful. This side of my skin just looks better. To say it plainly. So contouring, very important step, even if you're not into contouring, even if you're like, no, I don't want to look overdone or look like I'm trying too hard. I'm 70, I can't do that. Yes, you can. It looks phenomenal, even if you're not going for that like full coverage look. And something else too, if you ever feel like, oh gosh, I've put too much on or it looks too intense, take your powder brush and just bounce it right over top and it will lessen the appearance of it. Could use that as a blush. No, I personally want it just because it's brown. For blush, if you want a blush color that's more of a bronzer, I would do the shade Supple. For today's blush color, we're going to do the shade Surreal, which is another really soft blush color. And we're going to take it on the setting powder brush. This has been like my favorite for blush just because it's really soft, it's really fluffy, and I feel like it applies it very softly and evenly on my cheek structure. So smile, pop that on the apple up to the hairline. Same thing over here. So essentially it's gonna go highlight, blush, bronzer is how you can think of it. And just pop that on. Isn't that pretty? I love this color because it's really illuminating. Gives you this like iridescent sheen to your skin. So again, that was the shade Surreal in the pressed blush. And it's more of like a dusty, like mauve. Okay, so for highlight, we're going to do the Touch of the Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly, and I'm going to take it on this is a Sephora brush actually. It's called a Pro Highlight 98 brush. You could actually probably use the blending brush for this. It's a little bit smaller, but if you have smaller features, that would work too. But just going to pop this on the highest parts of the cheekbone, bridge and tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, just like that. That's going to give us that really pretty glowy finished look. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're loving your makeup and you're seeing changes in your skin. Oh, I love that. Goals right there. All right, so now for brows, we're going to do the brow pencil in medium. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard yet, but very exciting things happening on this coming Tuesday on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, in regards to eyebrows. So I'm not going to give you guys too much info because I can. But if you want to be the first to find out / get the link, make sure that you sign up for my text subscribe service, which is if you text Rhea Hope to the phone number 25456. Text Rhea Hope to 25456, and that will opt you in to receive my texts. They come from me. They don't come from a robot, an assistant, nothing. They come straight from me. They're not a group text. It's just a way for me to be able to give you guys info fast, basically. It'll come to you like a text message. So you're going to text message Rhea Hope. That's what you're going to say. And the phone number is 25456. 25456. So if you want to get the info on what is launching, make sure to text that number and stay tuned on Facebook because I can't wait to share. It looks really, really cool. I feel like I'm a little bit more of like a pessimist when it comes to like unique product launches. I don't know why. I just always am like, I don't know, waiting for the other shoe to drop, I guess, with this brand because I just love it so, so much. And then I'm like, you know when you just love something so much and you're like, something will happen, right? It just keeps getting better. So, yeah, I don't know. I am actually really, usually when something gets announced about what's happening, what's launching, I'm always like, let's just see. But when they announced this, I was like, oh, this actually sounds, one, really cool. Formula sounds really incredible. And I know you guys are going to go crazy. Crazy for this. So again, make sure to tune into my live on Tuesday, the 25th, and make sure that you sign up for my text subscribe service, which is text Rhea Hope to the phone number 25456. And I will tell you what it is. I'm hoping that I will have mine in time for that, but if not, I will be just telling you guys what it is. I don't know, but it has to do with eyebrows. I will say that. So we're using the brow pencil in medium right now. I'm taking it from the top of the brow all the way to the arch, and then taking it through the tail, and then just coloring in. All right, brows are done. And you can always take like the little brush and comb through. You're not watching this on the replay, Danielle. We are live. All right, so now for eyeliner. You're so funny. We're going to go with the eyeliner in the shade Perfect. I'm going to draw this on the waterline on the top and below. 25456, yes. Is it a new eyebrow doer or something? I don't know. You're just going to have to wait for Tuesday. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this on the top and bottom. Which I love this eyeliner. 1, because it's only $15. 2, because it's smudge proof, water resistant. It stays where you put it. And I love how creamy it is. So you just throw it on really fast. All right, so eyeliner is perfect on. And now for this eye look, we're going to start off with the shade Impish right here, which is a really pretty, kind of like a peachy brown. And I'm going to take it on the fluffy crease brush. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the crease and just massage in, just like so, into the crease, doing circular motions. And this just we're kind of working backwards. We want to blend out our eye look before we go in with it. And this is also one of my favorite colors for doing eyeshadow because it really illuminates the whole eye look and gives it more of a peachy bronze look. So even if you're doing a darker eyeshadow color, which we're going to do here in a second, it really just opens up your eyes and doesn't make it look like your eyes look super, super heavy. So a really, really good eyeshadow to have on hand, especially if you have more hooded eyes or more smaller eyes. Glendora, make sure to click right here. It says to message me, and there's that link right there. If you click that link, you'll be able to send me a selfie facing a window. And if you need to be color matched, if you have any questions about anything or say I didn't see your comment, make sure to just click to message me right here, and then you can DM me, basically. All right, so taking Impish, applying this all over, and then I'm going to switch up my brushes really fast, and I'm going to grab a liner brush and just take Impish again and drag this underneath the lower lash line. But yes, if you guys need any help picking out eyeshadows, lipsticks, bronzers, concealers, foundations, skincare, just start a message with me right here and just say hi, and I'll message you back. I empty out my inbox every single day, so I will make sure to message you back today. All right, so we're just going to blend this out just because we want more of like a cohesive finish look with our eyeshadows. So everything just looks really good. Aw, thank you. I don't know enough Spanish to do a tutorial in it. My Español muy poquito. Okay, so now for, let's see. Okay, now we're ready to move on. So I'm going to go in, hi Fancy. Now we're going to go in with the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Ornate. This is another one of my absolute favorite liquid eyeshadows because it has this really gorgeous, easy bronze look instantly. It's so stunning. And I'm going to take it on the fluffy crease brush, and I'm just going to use this to blend. So I'm going to start with the eyelid and just blend that out. And then once we have the base of that, now I'm going to very light-handedly begin to blend this into the crease just like this. And this is going to help it to look like it fades into that impish color that we used very easily. Just like this. And then as it dries, you can kind of use a little bit heavier of a hand. I personally like to use different brushes when I'm doing like a darker color versus a lighter color. I feel like when you are, I'm gonna just fine tune this inner corner. I feel like when you begin to mix it with eyeshadow brushes, it tends to like all mush together. So my own personal preference, if I'm doing a darker color versus like a lighter color, I'll use different brushes. For hooded eyes, I tend to mention that like different tips and tricks on hooded eyes during my lives, but my mom actually has hooded eyes. So if you want to see an actual tutorial on someone that does, you can always watch her tutorials on the replay, which if you go to my page, Rhea Hope, and then you click on videos, I have quite a few that I've done on her. There's at least 5 different tutorials, different makeup looks, so you can watch those on the replay. All right, so same thing on this side. Again, we're using the shade Ornate, right? Yeah. And now I'm going to take it on the fluffy crease brush, and I kind of waited for it to be a little bit drier before I began to work this into the crease because I don't want to smush it all over and just have to sit here and blend. So I wait for it to be a little bit more tacky, and then we'll begin to blend this out into the crease. And I'm not going super high because I don't want to overpower that shade Impish. We'll just apply like this. I feel like I can read more Spanish than I know how to say. I see you guys talking in Spanish. I don't know how to respond, but I know what you're saying. Thinking doing the training dress wrong, that came out all patchy. Maybe try to blend it out with your hands. Would be a thought. Okay, so now for blending this out, I'm going to take the liner side and I'm going to blend this out also underneath the lower lash line. Again, just to give it that like finished cohesive look. This little step I'm doing actually is super helpful if you experience a lot of smearing or smudging with your eyeshadow or your eyeliner, because the liquid eyeshadow doesn't move. It doesn't smudge, doesn't smear, doesn't do anything like that. So it's a really good option for going underneath and blending that out too. All right. So now just make sure it's all looking good. And then very last step is I'm going to take the shade Optimistic, which is this really pretty champagne, and I'm going to take it on the crease brush, and we're going to use this on the inner corner. And this is just gonna give us that really illuminated eye look. Just like that. So pretty. Okay, so now, sweep away any eyeshadow that may have gotten away from us. Now I'm gonna set my makeup and do my lashes and my lips. So important to making sure that you're setting your makeup before you are finished with it. It's going to add moisture into your foundations, which helps them to expand and look so much more natural on your skin. And it's also going to be very important for getting your makeup to stay in place all day long. So if you experience smudging, smearing, if you have to wear a mask, very important to set your makeup. So make sure you do that with the Touch Behold setting spray. Cannot recommend this enough. I also do that step before and after my primer. So another really important step for getting your makeup to look flawless all day long, before and after your primer. All right, so now for lashes, we're gonna go in with the lash primer first and go from the base of the lash all the way up and do one little coat of this all over. And this is really going to help to not only get your lashes to really like illuminate, reach for the stars, but it's also going to be very hydrating. Monica, feel free to message me. Okay, so now for eyebrows, we're going to go from the base lash all the way up again. Did I say eyebrows? I meant lashes. And I'm going to go in with a Twisted mascara. This is hands down my favorite mascara ever. Has a really intentional little bristle brush, and it has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, so it's actually helping your lashes grow while you're wearing it. And it also has a little mechanism inside here that actually helps to prevent from overusage. So if you ever like used a mascara and pulled it out and then you have to like wipe off like all of that residue, there's a little mechanism in here that prevents that. So it's really awesome for preventing that like overly clumpy eyelash look. For your Esteem Lash Serum, you only want to apply it on the back side of your lashes, which will really, really help. All right, and then what's also really cool about this mascara is it has a teeny, tiny little bristle brush on the end, which is perfect for reaching these harder to reach eyelashes and also for fine-tuning your top lash line too. I did want to mention as well that the deal is still going on until the end of the month, where the whole website pretty much, with some exclusions, is 15 to 20% off. So make sure to take advantage of that. It's 15% off if you spend $80, and it is 20% off if you spend $150. So make sure to take advantage of that. If you know your products, if you know the colors that you love, or maybe you're wanting to try it, now is the month to do it with such a killer deal. You'll won't apply on the eyelid. You'll just apply on the back side of the lashes. I have a little tutorial on how to do that on my skincare tutorials. Feel free to watch those on the replay. You can search them on my website as well. Rhea Hope, sorry, not website, Rhea Hope, my Facebook page. All right, so I'm going to do a different lip look for me, but hopefully it turns out good. No, she still hasn't come home. All right, so we're going to go with the lip liner in Pompous, which is a darker, more like mauve-y lip color. So doing this little lipstick combination will really help your lips look much more powderier. So if you have really small or really thin lips, this is for you. So we're going to line our lips first. And when I line my lips, see how the pigment goes from pink to my skin color? This is where I'm going to set my my pencil. I'm going to set it right on that line. And with these lip liners, you do not need to push hard. They're very pigmented, they're very creamy, they're matte, they're smudge proof. They're so dang pretty. And they're like $15. All right, so now that we have the line, now I'm going to shade in a little bit more. Almost making like a thick line. Okay. Now the reason that I did those little lines there, it's another kind of trick to making your lips look really pouty. Now I'm going to take my finger and blend that out just a little bit, just so it's a little softer. And then now I'm going to go in with the lipstick, not that one, in the lipstick in a subtle. And apply right over top. And you're going to take it over the lip liner. Right over top. I love these liquid lipsticks because they have a really like pointed applicator, so you get really precise application. And the formula is amazing. It's super creamy, matte, but doesn't like peel or like crumble or anything like that, like typical matte lipsticks. Now I'm going to top it with the lipstick in the shade Minted in the center. And that's going to give it kind of like an ombre effect. And there we have it. Not pretty? And it really makes your lips look much more poutier when you're doing a darker lip liner underneath. So Pompous, Pompous is what we use for our lip liner. Subtle liquid lipstick, and then Minted lipstick on top was our whole little tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, make sure to, yes, creamy eyeshadows are the Splurge Cream Shadows. I'm not sure about the lip liners. I haven't heard anything, but I love Pompous for getting that like really pouty lip look. So definitely try that one out. Even if it's dark, you can still use it underneath lighter colors. Like you can't even tell that it was like a dark red or like maroon that we used. It still looks really like nude. So it all kind of depends what lipstick you're using personally. So again, make sure to message me here. I went ahead and wrote the link to message me. Click that to be able to start a message. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Make sure to watch this on the replay. Click that share button bottom left-hand corner. And I'll see you guys here in about an hour and a half to do a really fun tutorial with Fancy. So I'll see you guys soon.